I have Amazing Grace on my computer screen, and we're going to just take a few minutes to figure out where the chords are and what the chords are in Amazing Grace. Now I'm going to try to color coordinate mine. I've got the one chord, the G chord will be blue. The 4 chord, which is the C chord, will be pink. The 5/7, which is the D7th, will be green, and the 6 will be, which is an E minor, will be yellow. So let's get started. So what we're going to do, we're going to be looking to see, we're going to be looking in the bass and the tenor and the alto and the soprano and see what the configuration is of the letters. And if they match this, then, or if they match the 1, then that means it's a G chord, that they all combine to make a G chord. And so this is the vocal parts for Amazing Grace. And so what I want to show you is how that converts to chords, because once we figure that out, then we can really make our music pop, because we know what the chords are, we're just more educated. Okay. So let's look at this first measure. We have a G, a B, and a D. Where do you see that? Here's G, B, D. So that is the 1 chord. That's a G chord. Let me see if I can find the blue highlight. There it is. Okay. So we're just going to highlight this blue. We're going to have really pretty music when we're done. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have G, D, B, G. See, it doesn't matter what order it's in. G, D, B, G. Look down there. This is still G. Now, on your sheet music, I would suggest that you label it with just a G on top, like up here. That way you'll know. Let's look at the next one. We have G, G, D, B. We have a recurring pattern here. This is also the G chord. Now look at this. You see how the alto has a D here, and they're holding that out while the soprano go to the 8th note. And here the tenor is, they're also holding out a G. So essentially we have a B, G, D, G. Looky there. There it is again. We still have the G chord in play here. Let's look at the next one. We have a D, G, D, B. That seems familiar. B. I hope I said that right. Okay. D, G, D. Oh, I got mixed up, sorry. Here it is. D, F sharp, C. Hey, I was confusing myself. Let's look at this. This is a 5/7, so it's the D7th chord. So, we get to change colors. Hooray. Let's go with green. Okay. This kind of looks Eastery. All these pretty highlights. Let's see how long the D7th lasts. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have E, G, B, G. There it is. That's that yellow one. That's a E minor. We get to change to a yellow. Sometimes this thing highlights both, and sometimes you have to do one at a time. Okay, next one. C, G, C, E. There it is. It's the 4 chord. C, G, C, E. Oh, pink. Yay. That was our first pink. Look at the next one. G, G, B, D. 1 chord. So it's a G. And the next one kind of goes without being said because it's an exact duplicate of that previous one in the measure. That's handy. And we've already done this one here. See that? Right over here. There it is again. And it was G. And look at the repeats here. You see this and that and this here. That's exactly the same thing again. So there's no point in, analyzing it. We've already done it. Oops. Next, D, G, D, B. D, G, D, B. Y'all know what that is? There's a lot of G chords in this song. I mean, it is in the key of G. How about this one? C, F sharp, D, A. Anything with an F sharp pretty much is going to be the D7. Because it's the only one down here that has an F sharp in it, right? So let's go to green. Oh, you're going to get out of my way. There we go. I like that green. Next one, B, G, D, D. We're back to the faithful, trusty old G. Now it's taken us a little while to do this because, one, I'm playing with these colors, and two, we're just taking our time so you fully understand this. But once you've done this enough, look, this is the same thing down here, almost. This, well, it's G, D's, and B's anyway, so it's a G, sorry. But once you've done this so many times, once you've played through the hymn so many times, you just get to where you instantly your fingers instantly know what to do. I'm not kidding, they really do. G, B, D, still in the blues. And this, we have a holdover on the G here, and that meets it. The tenor meets it there. We have a holdover on the D, so we have G, D, and there's a B up there. We're still in G. How about this one? G, B, D. Yeah. Still G's and B's in the slur over here. Okay, we have a B, G, D, G. B, D, G, D. And now we have a B, G, D again. Look at this. Oh, look at that. It's going to change. We have C, G, C, E. We get to change colors to the 4 chord, which is pink. It's a C major. Let's see if it stays pink. So we have a C that's gone down to a B. And we've got a G holding up here. So B, G, D, G. It switched really quickly to a G. Now, just because sometimes that they switch really quickly like that doesn't mean that I always follow suit on the piano. Let's look at this one. This is C, E, C, G. C, E, C, G. We're pink again. This C is tied over because it's a quarter note. So we have C, G, C, E still. So this one stays C. Let's look at this one. I bet by now you can almost instantly know what this is. This is a G, B, D. Now let's look at this one. G, B, D. Next one looks interesting. We have E, G, B, G. We have another minor. Let's see. Minors are yellow. Okay, now let's look at this one. We have D, G, D, B, G chord. And the G remains because we have a D, B, D, G. Now we have a D, G, D, B, still G. Let's look at this one. We have a D7 because we have that F sharp right there. So D, F sharp, C, A, and the D7th is green. Almost done. And then we have the last one, which resolves with the G. Okay. So this, well, y'all gonna have to just trust that that's a G. All right. This is how we analyze the chords in sheet music. And I'm telling you, the more you do it, you can do it instantly to where your brain and hand connection just zips right through there. So, anyway, practice. Find you some more songs in the key of G major. Go through and label them. If you can if you don't have a hymnal, go to a yard sale or a flea market or Goodwill or somewhere, or even Amazon, and try to find you a good hymnal. And it doesn't really much matter which one it is, because most hymnals are going to have plenty of songs in G major. So, and then you'll end up using it a lot. It's great for sight reading. So anyway, I hope this helps. I'll talk to you later.